welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. My name is Hen and this is Crafting from the Broom Closet. I've got a few things to show you today and then we're going to get on with the craft. But the other day, a local charitable organisation called the Play Association, they have this thing called a scrap store where you can go and buy stuff to make things with. And if you're a member, you get discounts. I think you have to be a member for the scrap store. Obviously, you get obviously if you become a member of the Play Association, you get to hire equipment and stuff as well. But I can't remember if you need a membership for the scrap store. I think you do. And it's £12 a month, £12 a year, pittance. But it means you get to buy wonderful things. Well, the other day they had a fabric sale, and it was open to members and non-members. And I saw these lovely things in front of me, highlighted on their Facebook page, and I'm like, oh, I like them, because these lovely sample books. This one here, this little one, was only £2, and I'm thinking how many different designs of fabric and how beautiful they are and how I can use them in crafting. That one looks like carpet. If you had a doll's house, you could use that as carpet, couldn't you? That's so beautiful. Another one that could be used as carpet in a doll's house. So if I have any doll's house people out there that want some carpet for the doll's house, let me know. But yeah, so I've got all these fabrics, all these different designs. Look at that beautiful gold. Oh, so soft as well. It's almost like moleskin, I think it's called. Yeah, beautiful. So I mean, some of them are small, some of them are much bigger. You'll see that in the next book. But yeah, there's another carpet. Obviously, I'm not planning on making a doll's house. Or am I? Maybe. But this is all John Lewis. John Lewis is a big department store in the UK for anyone that's not from the UK watching. Look at that gold. Obviously this is last year's fabrics, but they're selling loads off. Maybe like £1 a metre. Really cheap for really high quality fabric. But I decided on just the books. I wanted the books just because I wanted variety. I wanted as much variety as possible. And I got it. So this is just one book. Oh, look at that. Yes, some of them are small, but you can make... I'm planning on using these for journal covers mainly. You can make some nice little journals out of that. Not a problem. Look at that beautiful blue. Now we're on to the greens. Like I said, they're all different sizes. Well, not all different sizes, a few different sizes. So that's like the gold one back there, but with the blue. There you go. So that's that book. These are heavy, by the way. Oh, and got these plastic sheets, which also can be used in crafting. This is the big one. This one cost me £3. I mean, you can't argue with that, really. I've got to figure out how to get them out of this, because I'm not sure how they were actually held in. I'm going to move it to open it. There you go. Because I'm just going to hit the camera otherwise. So this is the bigger one. And again, you've got different sizes. You've got these little ones. Slightly bigger one. And it gets bigger as it goes along. They are, I mean, look. What's that? Is that fluff? Yes, there's fluff on them. But yes. And then, like I said, we've got these plastic sheets in between. Randomly in between, all over the place. And I'm sure the light was reflecting off that badly, but I've got all this fabric. Oh, wow, how bright is that? And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make journal covers out of these and possibly use them inside. But also in this one, you've got wallpaper. So these are wallpaper samples, you know. And then we go on to the next colour. We've got again small going into the big. You can see all the fabrics. I think you really need to flip them all over. Well, I will, but again, more plastic. And the plastic's all the way through. So it's the same designs, but in the different colour ranges. Look at that. That's beautiful. And then we've got the wallpapers to match that. Ooh. Run out of room. Now we're on to the ivory collection. And there you've got all your neutral colours. Beautiful. Where's that? That's like an ivory version of the one I said, oh, that's beautiful. And then we're on to, oh, it's going to fall off because of the weight of it. Hold it down. Your plums and pinks. So, like I said, this is my idea, is I'm going to make journals, covers out of this fabric. Like I said, I've got to figure out how to get it out. I don't know what all that fluff's come from. Probably because I've been cutting paper around it, and it's probably bits of paper, no, my luck. So there you go, and there's the wallpapers at that. Like I said, I've got to figure out how to get it out. But that is what. Close it back up. Move out of the way. So that's my plan with that. I also have a charity shop down the road from me that has a box at the front of the store that is free books that they just can't get rid of. And I went and looked the other day, and they're all Polish or Romanian children books. I'm not sure. So they're written in a Romanian or Polish language. They may have been completely different language. I'm not sure, but I think they were either Romanian or Polish. I didn't pick any of those up, but a few days beforehand, and over the last couple of weeks, I've been popping back and forth. And I picked up this bridal flower book. And I'm going to, some of the images in here are so beautiful. I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And the good thing about this is it is a bound book. It's not glued. It's a bound book, which means I can take all these pages out individually. And which means I can use a whole page. For example, if I wanted to use that page, I could. Yes, I'm going to have that writing on that side. And most of my journals are not going to be as wide as this page. You're going to end up folding it in. And hardly any of that writing is showing when you do that. But yes, that's what look how beautiful these pictures are. So, I mean, obviously, I don't think I'd use the actual bride. Unless I'm doing a wedding journal, obviously. If someone wants a wedding journal, I might use the bride, but I doubt it. But look at how beautiful that is. So that, and the bonus on this is once I've taken the pages out and take the dust jacket off, which is, I mean, fairly pretty. Look at the book inside. It's just pure white. And the only thing on it is that bridal flowers. So if I was to stick a piece of fabric over there, you know, all that fabric, I don't even have to add anything to that, because even the inside cover on both sides is beautiful. And that's actually a white page. Is that a white page on that side? Yes. So although they are glued to this, but if I cut that off, it's still going to be beautiful. Or I could actually cut the spine off and make a wider spine. So that is eventually going to become something, because it's just a beautiful book. Just a beautiful book. And the pages are going to definitely be used. So that's that. And then we move on to the not so beautiful books. And they're just like, they tend to put in the boxes the books that they can't get rid of. No one wants to buy. And this is an old people's friend, a bit like Reader's Digest. And I only picked this one up because it's actually a bigger font than anything else I've got. And I thought, do you know what? It's quite good to have a bigger font, because I could possibly cut out words and phrases from this and use them rather than the whole page. So, I don't know, for example, See if I can find something nice. This is where I won't find anything that I'd want to use. There you go. This is good. You know, I could cut out the words "this is good" and use them in a journal. I don't know if I will, but that's an option with this one. But you know, I might just want to use the bigger font. It's clearly not that old because the pages aren't bright yellow or orange. Danny, the champion of the world. So I picked this one up. One, I love the colour of the pages, but you've also got some really cool pictures, black and white pictures. I say black and white; they're more black and ochre now. So you know, and I do want to make a couple of journals that are fully neutral. And there was a picture that I was flicking through here. Oh look, it's some capital words, letter words there. There was a picture I was flicking through here when I was looking, and I'm like, oh, that's an awesome picture. So look, that's quite cool. And there was another one where he's in the woods looking a bit scared with a torch. And I thought, oh, see? But yeah, so some cool pictures in here. That I might cop out. See, look at that. Isn't that lovely? So that one I'm going to use. Another classic, Goodbye Mr. Chips. I read Danny the Champion as well when I was a kid, by the way. I can't remember it. So this one is just, there's nothing special about this one. But you know, it was eventually they end up throwing them away if they don't get rid of them by giving them away. So you know, might as well pick it up. I don't know if I've ever read Goodbye Mr. Chips. I might read it before I cut it up. This is a Joseph Conrad Victory, and this one's much smaller writing. Again, nothing particularly special, no images or anything in that one, but it is just a different font, and it's the yellowing of the pages. And I might actually take some pages out of either this one or one of the others to show you what the project is today. This one is The Book of the Seaside, a mile-by-mile guide of British coastlines. And I was hoping they'd have more pictures like this in the inside, but they do have some pretty cool pictures. You know, these definitely could be cut out and used. Country cottages, boats. So there's definitely some cool pictures in there. There's also lots of maps, and they're all in this sort of green colour, which is an unusual colour for a map. But there's lots of maps and stuff in there. So I mean, it's definitely something I could use. I'm not going to use it in this project that I'm working on at the moment. My project is, I should tell you. I'll tell you what I'm making actually. And then I've got this one. Never heard of it. Jean Pleiades, the Queen's favourite. And the reason I picked this one up is there's loads of these beautiful black and white, I don't know if you can see it, loads of these beautiful black and white crests at the beginning of every chapter. And I think they're just gorgeous. And like I said, I want to do a neutral journal at some point where I'm not adding any colour and it's all going to be just neutral. See, look, how cool are they? So yes, so there's that one. So that's it. I did also pick up a lovely little photo album, and I don't know where I put it. But I'm not going to use it as a photo album. It's just beautiful, and it's going to come out in a future project. I did buy that. I paid 50p for it. I bought that at the same time as I bought the bottles for the magical potions. If you haven't watched this, it's my last video. But I've been busy. And the reason I've been busy is because I'm actually doing an event. By the time you see this video, I will be in a field. No, I won't. It'll be a week until I'm in a field. So I'm filming this Friday night, and next Saturday I am in a field. Not tomorrow. Saturday coming, I'm in a field. Next Friday I'll be setting up for it, so I'll still be in a field. So in a week's time I'm going to be in a field. So I need to make a lot of stuff, and obviously I've been working on my grimoires. By the way, I finished that cover. Not sure if I like the inside, but I finished that cover. I've been dyeing paper. I've been dyeing a lot of paper, and that's what I've been doing. One of the biggest projects I've been doing is let's just have a look. Dyeing paper. Just a few pages. Mostly tea dye, and it's funny how tea dye comes out in different shades. But yeah, so mostly tea dye, a little bit of cabbage dye, the blue. I need to do some more colours because I want more colours. But yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot of that. And there's two methods I've used. The main method I was using was spraying it. So I get a little spray bottle, spray it. I don't think I've got one of the spray bottles here, have I? I think I might have. Hang on. I did have one in the drawer. Whether I still have or not. Though, basically, I got the, you know, when you go travelling, you buy the little travel bottles that you can put your perfumes and your lotions in. I got a pack of them, and that's what I use, the spray bottles. So a lot of that was spraying, so I don't think that one is. I think that was dipped, but it was towards the top. So some of them have come out wrinkly like this. Oh yeah, they were the dipped ones. That's a spray. So you do get a different effect when you spray it. In fact, you can even see where the spray was on that one. So, and then you've got where you dip them, which are basically these. And someone, I was watching a channel the other day, and they told me to put them in the oven. So you put them in and you dip them and you put them in the oven. Well, I don't have an oven baking dish that's big enough to do it in. I'm using a litter tray, cat's litter tray, for mine. It works. But I did put foil on, and I put foil, I lined it with foil, did all the dipping, then lifted the foil out and put it in the oven, and which was great, except for I think that's where the really crinkled ones came from. Not them ones. The top couple of pages just completely crinkled on me. Yeah, these ones. There you go. That's what happened to the top couple of pages when I did it in the oven. I would have cool, but I didn't really want wrinkly paper. I will use these though. Waste not, want not. There's a lot of what I've been doing. I've also been working on digital prints, sort of. I've been playing about on Canva mainly. So we've got all this stuff on Canva. These are not on Canva, not in this size anyway. I had to play about them in large things. Oh, that's for the project. That one started red, and I just played it with the filters and turned it green. So they're not from Canva. But yeah, so all this sort of stuff I've got from Canva, and I could be using the project. And things like these birds. Something went wrong with my printer, and for some reason it started printing on the previous page. Don't know how, but it did. So hence why we've got headless birds on this side. But yeah, so that's something. I need to cut these out. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them now. I haven't decided. I need to cut them out. So I've been doing like that. I've also been looking at other people's free, printables. And these ones here have come from a YouTuber that I follow called Seven Plaza, Margaret. And so these are available on her Ko-fi, I think she calls it. She has a lot of freebies on her Ko-fi. Ko-fi. If you just go to her YouTube page, it's Seven Plaza. In her comments, she often has the link. Not her comments, her description often has the link to her Ko-fi, and there's lots of freebies on there. I'm gonna pick these two out just because they're sort of fitting in with the theme of what I'm working on at the moment. And in fact, that plaid there is how that started off. And I enlarged it, and then I duplicated, and that's how I got this plaid here. Not plaid. I can't remember what they call it. Gingham. Yeah. So that's part of what I've been working on. Obviously I put out a lot more pictures, and I have been. Oh, let's show you. Been cutting out lots of shapes. I made my own tickets, stamps, mushrooms and butterflies and flowers. Like I said, I haven't decided I'll be using the birds, but these are going to be used in my project today. So are these, probably. I picked up some colourful tissue paper today at the shop, and more glue sticks because mine are running out, which reminds me I might have to open one, because we are going to be working on some projects today. So hang on. So what we're going to be doing is these. Let me move them out of the way. We don't need them right now. We're going to be making some of these. Oh, butterfly flying away. So these are little cards that can go in pockets in your journal. And this is what we're going to be working on. I'm mass making. I'm trying to mass make. I made a few of these while I was watching. I'm watching a court case during the day. So I was watching that, and I made these while I was doing that. And I'm cutting these out while watching. Catching up on, what was I catching up on? It's gone out of my head now. I was catching up on something. I was catching up on. Oh yeah. Nope, completely gone. So let's bring these back, and I'll point out something. So all of these are pictures, butterflies, flowers, mushrooms. They also have, some of them have tickets. Some of them have the gingham. They all have some sort of digital book page writing, whatever. All of them. So this one's got music, paper. These have all got handwriting. Some of them have the stamps. These aren't real stamps. These are digital. These are from Canva. By the way, if you use anything on Canva, as long as you alter it, it is not copied by a copyright. So even if you print it off, because you're altering it and making a new piece of art, that was that on there. You don't have to worry about copyright, anything on Canva. And I know that because someone looked into it. And I watched a video about her talking about it. The tickets weren't on Canva. I think some of them were, but I had to make my own as well. Oh. So yeah, so I can't remember that program I was watching. So how am I making these? Really simple. So you take a book page, and you want one that's, roughly half notch printed on one side. So if you look, these are sort of blank on the back, and these make writing spaces within your journal. They would tuck inside a pocket. So that's what we do. So we take a blank page from a book, not a blank page. I purposely haven't, because in the book I've taken these from, there are some where it's completely blank, and I didn't take them because I want to use them for something else. So what you want one is roughly half, and I think all of these are completely, yeah. Some of them won't be from the pages I've pulled out. So these are the pages I've pulled out. See that one, when I fold that in half, it's going to have a little bit of the writing showing, but that's fine. There's still lots of journaling space on there. So these are the pages I've pulled out. And I just flicked through. There's another one that's going to have a bit of writing. And there's another one. I just flicked through the actual book. And these are all from Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice. Can't say the words. So, if I was going to, for example, take from this book, flick through, and it, see, these are completely blank pages. I'm not going to use that because that can be used on something else. Take from that. I mean, I say completely blank. It's got part 4 in it, but apart from that, no. I don't know if there's going to be any in this one. They seem to be quite scarce in the 3 pages on this one. Yeah, so there's one there at the back. That's quite cool. So I could take that one. In fact, I will. Look at the colouring on that. This is thicker paper than this, so this won't be as rigid. So will I take from that? Hang on. Let's have a look through other books. For the other books that I've been given, or not given, are we going to have the same problem with this one? There's quite a few pages in the Pride and Prejudice. As you can see, I pulled a load out. There's that one there, but it's a little bit too far down. Ideally, you want it like halfway. You might just go under halfway, but you don't want, so it's only that much. That can be used elsewhere, just not in this particular project. So I've got that one there that I could use, but I want to keep that, so I'm not going to. Because otherwise that's going to fold in the front. Ooh, what's that one? There you go. So I can take that one out. Then this is filler paper. Right, these are glued. They've got no binding there. They're not bound in, they're glued in. So there you go. So I've got that one. You fold it in half. Obviously I've got a bit of a rough edge there. And this is going to be smaller because this is a smaller page. And I have got the number there, but that's not a problem. See it? Slightly smaller page. Is it? Oh, maybe not. Fractionally. But so that's basically what you're doing, is you're folding it in half and having the blank side towards you. So it's much darker colour. So I'm trying to make as many journals as I can before next week. Wish me luck. So that's why I'm making stuff to go in them now. And I don't know if I did I explain that each of these have 5 elements? I think I did. I don't know. So how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to make 7. Okay? We're going to make 7 on this video. I don't know why we've only got 7, but we've got 7. Because I'm sure I had more of them. We'll find. We'll make 7. So the first step is to glue these shut. So we're gluing that to that. First step. Where have I put my glue? Let me get out a new glue. Because the one I had on the go is nearly empty anyway. These are just cheap glues. They'll do the job. I'm going to put something underneath that to protect my mat from getting sticky. Let's use this. Okay. The first step to glue them shut. Just glue stick is enough. That's all you need. Like I said, we're going to do mass make, so we're going to do them all at the same time. Go to the edges. You want to make sure the edges are glued. And try and get them lining up, which I didn't do very well there. There you go. What's the name of that program I was watching? See, if I described it to you, oh, The Handmaid's Tale. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. So I watched like up until the last season a couple of months ago, and of course the last season was due to come out a week later, and I just never got back to watching it. So I've gone back to watching it. So I've been watching the last season of The Handmaid's Tale. Season 6. I think it's the last season anyway. I don't know. I'm guessing it is. I've got a bit of a wrinkle there, but that's fine. Because it just gives it more texture, to be honest with you. And they feel a bit flimsy at the moment. But actually, when they dry, with all they're not flimsy at all. So yeah. And I've been a little bit preoccupied with other things. So I mentioned before about my friend not being well, and she's still not well. She's in rehab at the moment. When I say rehab, I don't mean rehab as in she's got a drug habit. It definitely isn't that. It's physical rehab, so they're trying to get her up and walking. So for those that didn't tune in to my most recent one, my friend in America had a stroke. So that's preoccupying me. I keep getting asked by other friends, have you got any news? Have you got any updates? And I'm like, no, not really. But yeah, so that's preoccupying me. I also very much into court cases, and I've been glued to a certain court case recently. Another thing, everything's in America. Everything's in America. Even the man I love is in America. Oh well, it's what it is. But yeah, so plus, you know, actually going out and trying to do physical stuff, even if it's just walking. I'm trying to do at least 6,000 steps a day, and I lapsed for a couple of days. But it's also because my phone is my counter, and I'm one of these people that doesn't carry her phone everywhere she goes. So I probably do about 10,000 steps a day every time I got up and down the stairs, but don't take my phone with me. So that's the sort of thing I've been doing. Like I said, dyeing that paper can be time consuming. A lot of the time it's waiting for it to dry as well. And I have only so much space to put it to dry. I'm using my clothes rack, drying rack. This one is much thinner, and I don't know how stiff this is going to be, but let's give it a go. It's a lovely colour. So I'm not worried about these rough edges because it doesn't matter. So right, so like I said, I'm using 5 elements per page, and we're gluing. We're not sticking on the blank side. We're sticking on the writing side. I did not line that one up at all. How did I make that so bad? Are you too stuck to move? Yes, you are. Although I do need to put more glue under there. It's fine. I can always trim it down. So, yeah, I don't know how stiff that one's going to end up. It might be a bit too flimsy. But we can use it for something else if it is. So 5 elements. So I'm going to take, so what I do is I tend to pick what I want to be the feature. So if I wanted a bright pink flower, obviously I'm not going to then use gingham. No. Have I got pink tissue? Yes, I have. So I could use some that outline, some pink tissue, and that actually goes really well. I haven't got pink tickets though, but there's no reason I couldn't use another colour that would coordinate with it. So for example, I could use the beige, I could use the green, maybe not. I've got stamps, so I've got sort of, I've got this nice plummy colour. I've got that colour stamp, yeah, that's good. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then we need some page. Go for some music. Yeah, definitely go for some music. I have got, see, that's too orange. And it doesn't just have to be. What else have I got? What else have I got? I mean, could I use 2 flowers? No, I don't want to use 2 flowers. Have I got a little tiny pink butterfly? I don't think I have. I should have pulled these all out. I can't even see what I've got. No. Hang on. What about in this? Is there anything in this? Oh, look. I've got that. I can cut that out. It's a much lighter pink, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and the tissue, 5. Yeah. So 5 elements per page. That's the plan. So let me go and get my scissors, which I've left over the side of the room because I was sitting cutting while I was watching the court case. No, it was while I was. Yes, I was cutting while watching the court case today. So bear with me while I find my scissors. I have my giant scissors. They're wallpaper scissors, but they're really good. So yeah, if I cut out, I could do. No, I think I will go for the Savon. No, Savon. Savon, not Savlon. Savon. This, like I said, this is a freebie from Seven Plaza. So I'm actually better at cutting out things like this than I am cutting out straight lines. But we know how bad I am at cutting out straight lines. See, I can't do it. Better. Oh, I sit here in silence. So, does anyone else like watching court cases or true crime? I'm more into, like, I mean, I was looking into Fred West and his lovely wife the other day. Lovely, being sarcastic. But I am more into, like, stuff that's going on now than I am the older stuff. I think I am looked into that because someone said, is his wife dead? YouTube won't like that word. And I'm like, I'm not sure, you know. So we're looking at these. So it's 1, 2, 3. Bit of tissue. I'm just going to tear it off. I don't necessarily want nice neat edges. And a bit of the music. I want to get that triple clef in there. Obviously I don't want these white edges, so I'm going to tear them away. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get my printer to print to the edge. I don't know why. I thought I had it set to do that, but it didn't. Didn't work. So this is what we're going to be going over. I'll put that under there. Quite a prominent bit of pink there. Put that there. I'll have that up there. Maybe the stamp. I want that cleft showing. I said that, didn't I? You can barely see any of the writing after I finished. And then just that in that there. Something along them lines anyway. We'll play about it, we'll stick it down. Maybe even up there. Yeah, maybe even up there, filling up that empty space there. We'll see. We'll play around. So, I mean, I'll place it all on, but I'm probably not even going to stick it where I placed it. Tissue. Don't try and stick the glue to the tissue. It doesn't work. Stick. Oh, look, I've drawn that 2 layers. Oops. Okay. It's alright. It'll get used. Stick the glue to the paper, because if you try and do it to the tissue, it just doesn't work. It tears the tissue. Okay. Like that. Yeah, like that. I want some of the writing showing. There's no point using the book page if you're going to cover it over completely, is there? I'll put that down there. I'm going to put the Savlon down there. Savon. I keep saying Savlon. For those that don't know, Savlon is like an antiseptic cream in the UK. This is clearly not meant to be antiseptic cream. It's probably perfume or something. It's definitely got that French look to it. Why is that not gluing? Why is that glue not gluing? That's better. Oh, come on. Like so. And put the flower there, which means I'll put the stamp up there, I think. Yeah. Cool. These aren't real stamps, these are fake stamps, but they look pretty good. And for some reason, in junk journaling, it's all about stamps and tickets. I don't know why, but it is. Every junk journal I see is putting stamps and tickets everywhere, all over the place. So, like so, there we go. Oh no, I want to go over a bit more. Oh, good thing I didn't push it all the way down. There, like that. There you go. So that's that one done. Obviously, like I said, I didn't go quite up to the edge on that one, so I folded that wrong. But what we do, is we'll get my scissors. Yeah, I'm cutting a straight line with scissors. That'll do. Not too bad. And I've been around in the corners, and I don't have a corner rounder, so I'm just getting the scissors and just doing a little curvy movement like that. Like so. Is it perfect? No. Does it look fine? Yes. And just make sure I've not got that pointy bit sticking out when I finished it off. So there we go. Just turning the scissors as I go around the corner. Are they perfect? No. Does it look good? I like it. Does that look not straight at all because of the way I folded it crooked? Absolutely. Look, you see how crooked I folded it, look. But hey ho, it'll do. It will look fine in a pocket. We'll move on to the next one. Right, let's have a look what I'm going to pick this time. I've got that lovely mint green butterfly. Should we do a butterfly this time? Have I got any green tissue? Nope. But I do have, where's the green gingham? I do have the green gingham. Does it work? Yeah, it'd be fine. Obviously I've used some of this already, so I'm just going to tear a bit off. Possibly not that much, but hey ho. Get rid of the neat edges. Doesn't mean I can't use that elsewhere, but I'm not using it on here. I think I probably want the gingham the opposite side and a little bit more other things nearer to the butterfly. I do have green stamps, I know that much. There you go. So I've got this sort of green, or I've got this sort of green. So which one? I actually think the brighter green. I do think the brighter green. I don't know if I'm going to use that much. Let's just tear that bit off. And I do have green ticket. Where do I put it? Green ticket. There. It's more of a... See, this is... Well, I don't... This one's a bit too blue. We'll see. We'll see how it works, because I also need book page of some sort, don't I? I think I'm going to go for this writing one. I do like the writing. Take that bit from down there. Like so. Get rid of the white from the bottom. Okay. So I might just have it so it's only a tiny bit of that green gingham showing. I think I need longer of that. So let's choose a different bit. I'll use that on something else. Let's try that. Right. So in fact, let's do it this way. Let's have it that side for once. Give it the gingham at the bottom there, just peeking out. Like so. Oh yeah, I quite like that peeking out there. Put the butterfly up there. Stamp there. And the ticket behind the butterfly. What do we think? Yes. And actually I quite like the idea of the two tickets. So I can just tear that off. Let's see what it looks like with one ticket. One ticket. Yeah, yeah, I'll do one ticket. Right, I'm just going to cut away these little white bits on the corners because we don't want the white. And it's not on the corner on this one. It's a little white bit in there. Because tickets come with like a little hole punched. And obviously you don't get that hole punched when you're printing them off like this. But I am not a long-time crafter. Well, I am a long-time crafter, but I'm not a long-time scrapbooker or junk journaler. So I don't have supplies that other people have. So the way to get supplies is to print them if you don't have them, or cut out bits from old books and magazines. It works too. So if you watch my ABC April, I don't use any supplies because I do have craft supplies. Don't get me wrong, I do. Which way up is that? That way? Yeah, that way. I do have craft supplies. I definitely do, but I don't have junk journaling supplies. I have paper craft stuff downstairs, which I will use as I go along. I don't know how I had that laid out like that. Don't know if I like that now though. I think I want it tucked under the butterfly. So maybe up here. Maybe like that. Oh, I'm not very good at this because this isn't something I'm used to doing. Maybe like there. Yeah, we'll go that. We'll go like that. We'll go like that. Not you. Don't want you. And put that down there like so. Where's my ticket gone? Oh, there. We'll put the ticket across the top here like that. Yeah. Actually, I might even bring it down a little bit lower to there. And then maybe have the butterfly. Butterfly wants to go up higher over there, I think. That'll do. That'll do. What was I saying? I don't have like all the supplies that a lot of these people have been doing this type of project for years. And a friend of mine does it. And she has a whole craft room of supplies, you know. But I don't. I have, like I said, I have some paper craft stuff. I had some printed pads and stuff because I've done. Oh, I could just no. I'm not as happy with that one as the others, but you know, it'll do. I haven't cut the corners on that yet. I don't know if I will. We'll see. Doesn't matter. You can either have it as cut corners or not. Is that one of the ones? Yes, that one's got a little bit of writing on the back. Doesn't matter. Right, okay. What should I pick this time? That butterfly? Ooh, I quite like that. Quite like that indeed. Where's my blue gingham? Do I have blue gingham? I haven't used any of this. Do I use it on this one? Or do I use the blue gingham? I could use both. Right, let's try a bit of this. So this is I can't remember what they call it. Yeah, it's where they do accounting on. My brain's gone now. Modern, old-fashioned way of doing spreadsheets. I do know spreadsheets. Unfortunately, I know better spreadsheets. Yes, that looks quite good in the background there. Bit of tissue, I think, on this one. I've got plenty of blue tissue. This time I won't tear off 2 layers. I'm going to take a little bit, like so. Oh, so that's pretty already. Blue stamp. What blue stamps have I got? I've got that one. Ooh, no, don't like that. That one, no. So they're not the right sort of shade of blue. Have I got a blue ticket? I don't think I have. Oh, I've got that blue. Oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, that blue is quite nice. And what else do I need? I'll do a bit of the gingham. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bit of gingham, 5. I'm trying to do 5 on each, and it just gives it enough. I don't think you need any more than that. You can possibly go just 4. I think 4 would work 2 on most of the cases. But there we go. And weirdly enough, the way it's lined out, I'm not hating it already. Right, well, let's play about. We're going to put that one first down and definitely put it up in that corner. I like it in that corner. Oh, I'm getting cramp. So we'll put that one up in that corner. Like so. And I did like the blue going there. Yeah. I can't remember what I was talking about. I'm not sure about this gingham. Let's have a look. If I put it there and that there. No, I've lost my butterfly. And that there. I'll put it higher up. And put the butt. Oh, hang on. Well, if I put that there, and the. I don't know. I like the butterfly going that way. I don't know if I want that much gingham showing, that's the problem. Or what about like that? Yeah, like that better. So put the gingham in the middle. Like so. Put this stamp down here, like there. Like so. And have the butterfly going across like that. Happy with that. As you can see, none of my butterflies have got antennas. And basically because they were too awkward to try and cut. I could draw them on. Not gonna. Oh, right, what else? Let's see if we can do 3 at a time. Do all 3 oh, let's do all 4 at the same time. Yep, so we've got 4 more left to do. Let's do them all at the same time. We'll choose them out. So I've already got these 2 torn, so let's just use them. I'm gonna go for a mushroom, I think. I like mushrooms. Go for them mushrooms. Yep. Oh, they look really good together. Do we go for butterfly on that one? I need some more background. Let's have a bit of music. Oh, I don't want it that wide. Bit of music. Oh, I don't know about that music on there. Yeah, I don't think about that. I don't think that music works on there. I think I need. Oh, these all clash. Music actually works best out of all of it. Bit of music on there, okay. I'm going to go for the mushroom coloured tickets with the mushroom. Oh, I didn't tear that very well. Never mind. Mushroom coloured ticket with the mushroom. Yep. I want something yellow with the butterfly. What have I got? Like that. It's got yellow in it. Maybe. But because I'm bringing red in, if I do that, I can also bring red in. I'm just feeling my way. Just feeling my way. I could put 2 butterflies, I think. I don't know about that. So I'm really happy with this one so far. With that mushroom one, I'm going to use a bit of this brown paper packaging. So I've got the 4 elements so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a 5th one. Do I have a beige coloured stamp? Yes, I do. There we go. There you go. That's 5 elements for that one. Let's have a look. I don't like that together. But maybe I can find something else to go with that. Maybe a red. 1, 2, 3. There's the gingham. Where's my red gingham? No, I can also use this because there's green in there and there's green on there and the red. So I can use one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more and it will be will it be the gingham or will it be a bit of red tissue? I'm sure I've got red tissue as well. Have I put everything? I think I've dropped stuff. It's all falling onto the floor. Yes, it Let's have a look at the bit of red tissue, see if that'll work. Oh, I think that's too red. Let's have a look. Obviously, I don't need that much. Put a bit of red tissue. Then the writing. Just a tiny bit of red tissue. Stamp down there. Flower. Flower. Ticket. I've got a brighter red flower than that. Oh, I've got a red mushroom. Oh. No. I don't hate it. I'm just not feeling it. Just not feeling it on that one. Maybe a different stamp. I do quite like that though. I do quite like that stamp. Just maybe it's the ticket that I don't like. Where's the gingham? Where's my gingham? There it is. I think it's the ticket I don't like. Yeah, I think that combination is much better. So that'll go on there. I don't know why I've picked that out over there. I did. Maybe we're going to go over green sort of shade on this one. What have I got? What have I got? One, two, three. I don't know why it's just what it is. It just jumped out at me. I've got a bright green flower. Nope. I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be green, because just green is a neutral-ish colour when it comes to nature. I do like that combination though. Nope. Mushrooms. Oh, see, that's quite nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need one more thing. And it's not going to be the gingham, because I don't like the gingham with that. That's not the right sort of shade. That bit of brown paper. Maybe. What about that? That there. Maybe. Let's cut that out, see what that looks like. Although that's going to be too much picture. I think I need something plain. What does it? Because I've got brown tissue. I don't know why, but I've got brown tissue. What would that look like on there? Try a bit of that. There we go. Try that. Yep, I'm going to play around that. One more to do. Let's pick it out. I've got this lovely peachy colour tickets, and I haven't used any of them yet. So have I got a peachy colour flower or a peachy colour mushroom? I don't know if I want to do more mushrooms. I've done lots of mushrooms. Have I got a peachy colour flower, peachy colour butterfly? I'm sure I saw a peachy colour flower. Oh, there you go. Peachy colour flower. Peachy colour ticket, yeah? Yeah, perfect. Have I got a stamp that'll work well with them? What about this sort of reddy brownie colour? Oh, don't hate it. Don't hate it. And now I need some background of some sort. I've already got music. Do you know what? I might swap that music for that music. No, that might make it too big. Let's try it anyway then. Does that look too peach? Which one looks better? Yeah, too much peach. Too much peach if I put that on there. Stick with that, stick with that, stick with that. So I want to bring in, what have I got? What have I got? There's no peachy tissue paper. I've got pink. I've got green. I'm actually wondering whether just to put, see where the music isn't. I said that was too much peach, but let me just try something. I don't want to change the music out, but maybe. Aha. Yep. Obviously, play about with it. But yeah, no, I'm good with that. That's my 5 elements. Yep, good. Let's start sticking. So we're going to do 4 at the same time. Where do I put my glue stick? I wish I had more room, because then I wouldn't lose things so easily. Oh, I've got a different peachy flower. No, I like that one. I like that one. Oh, crikey. Sound Australian now, crikey. Right, okay. So what we're going to do, one at a time. We'll start with the peach one. I do quite like that browny red that's in with it, just to bring it out, because it also brings out the centre of the flower. So, I'm going to pop that along there. That's where it's going. Actually, do it that way round. No. Let's just get rid of that little bit of white that's shown. I think I like it that way round. Does it matter? Probably not. But I don't know why. It just said to me, put me there. Don't know why it told me to put me there, but it told me to put me there. The flower's definitely going up in that corner. That's going down here. The ticket is going there. And the stamp. Stamp there. That's upside down, but okay. That way up, I think. Don't know. That there. That there. And the stamp down here, I think. Yep. Bit more writing of that showing on this one, but it doesn't matter. Yep, I like that. Done. This one's going to be my favourite one to do. So, start with that. Then I want that there. Don't know why, it just says go there. Oh, need to come over a little bit, too near the edge. And go there. And I think the ticket down there. Stamp there. Need to cut out that white. Yep, like that. There we go. Might want to put the ticket up the right way though, because, you know, don't want the writing upside down. Sticking it on, sticking it on, sticking it on, sticking it on, sticking it on. This one's a little bit delicate in places because of the way it's cut out. Oh, 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 right, have regrets. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm looking for you. I'll find I'm on the side. Yay! I think I want to do that over a bit more, but it's fine. It's fine, it works. Yeah. Red one. Oh, that right. Oh, I've stuck it to the page. This one, it needs to go how I've laid it out, really, because it took me ages to figure out how I like this one. So, that one there, like so. Oh, was that? Huh? That there, like so. That there, because it gets covered over anyway. About down a bit, maybe. Yeah, down a bit. Like so. Yeah, that there. Like so. And then the flower is there. More. And at least we get there. But it's fine. There we go. I like it. Yep. This is another one of the. This is another one of the mushrooms. So that one first. There. There. Then the tissue. Like I said, if you glue the paper that you're sticking on for the tissue, because it tends to rip otherwise. Like that. Yeah. I had this stamped down here, didn't I? Yes, I did. And did I have the ticket going that way? I think I did. I've got to cut off them white corners. Oops. I think I had the ticket going that way. And then the mushrooms there like that. Yeah. I want the mushrooms further over. And ticket. Ticket like that. I think I've messed it up. What about the mushrooms? Oh, please don't ruin it. No, I think the mushroom's definitely going that side. I think this ticket is going here. Over a bit more. Over a bit more. There. Yay. There we go. I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're done. Am I going to round the corners? Yeah, I think I am. Like I said, just curve it around. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be spot on. I do try and get off that when it turns to a point. When I curve it wrong, do try and get rid of that. Last corners. And hopefully I'll get a few more bits done over the next. I'm going to chop that off just because it's not a very neat edge. Curvy corner. Oh, that's a big curve. That's not good. What have I done? Guess I'm having a big curve now. Yeah, I'm hoping to try and get some actual journals done before the weekend, next weekend. So I'm going to be working on a few projects I want to get at least 2. I'm aiming for 4. So it's gonna be fun. I might put these 2, put them all together and cut them all at the same time. They should all be roughly the same size. That one's slightly different. I won't do that one yet. Why not? Curve. I would help if I line them up properly, wouldn't it? Curve. Curve. Oh, that's gone wrong. Completely wrong. Last curve. Well, this is where I end. I go, oh look, I haven't been filming, because that's happened to me before on a couple of occasions. Oh, whoops. There you go. So, 1, 2. Oh, look, I need to cut that edge. I mean, I don't need to cut that edge, because part of junk journal is having messy edges. But I don't like them that messy. Well, I don't know. I don't know. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one's still, I don't know if that can be thick enough. But, and it's not fully dry yet, so I'm going to leave that to dry and see where it needs. And that's why I haven't cut the corners yet either, because I might have to make that into something else otherwise. So there's 7 there. Plus, how many have I got from earlier on? I think I had 5 earlier on, so that makes 12. Yeah, so these are the 5 I already had made. So that's 12. I'm going to make some more of them. And I'm going to make some other things. But I'm going to say goodbye for now. And hopefully we'll get you some more content out before I'm stuck in the field. Bye-bye for now.